What's up, Ninja Squad? Ninja Ribs here, and I'm back again with another video. Today, if you have seen the title, this is going to be a movie review, and hopefully it'll be the first of many because I love movies, always have, and I just really would like to share the things I love about certain movies with you guys, and because it'll be a good way to turn this channel around because the majority of my videos are reaction videos, and I don't want you guys to think that I'm just that I'm doing this just like for clout or for praise or anything, because I'm not. This YouTube is just a hobby for me, and it always has been, probably always will be. So, and I think it'll be a good change of pace. And who knows, if you guys like it, I might continue to do more review videos. So this one is going to be to a film that released recently on September 23rd, and it is birds outside chirping their heads off. Today it will be to the wonderful Netflix film Enola Holmes, and for a little bit of fun, I'm gonna use a bit of a British accent on this, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Now, where to begin?
Enola Holmes starts off with a wonderful ensemble cast led by Millie Bobby Brown, who a lot of you might know from Stranger Things or Godzilla 2 King of the Monsters. Henry Cavill, who a lot of you might know as the Man of Steel himself, Superman, who we got to see in 2013. Thank you, Zack Snyder, for giving us that character, and thank you so much for the upcoming Snyder Cut that is coming next year. I really cannot wait for that. I'm really looking forward to it. It's something we've all been raving about and going on about for a long time, and I honestly I'm looking forward to see what your vision was for that, and I'm pretty sure I speak for a lot of fans when I say that as well. So moving on, and also Henry Cavill was also in Mission Impossible 6 Fallout, which released in 2018 or 19, I believe. I think 19. I could be wrong, but I'm just gonna go with my gut. And also we have Sam Claflin, who plays Mycroft Holmes. Oh yes, Henry Cavill plays Sherlock Holmes. I forgot to mention that. Sorry. Yes, and Sam Claflin, you might know him from Pirates of the Caribbean, where he played a young man named Philip. And I'm not sure what else he's in. Honestly, this is the second film that I have seen him in. So we also have Helena Bonham Carter, which a lot of you might know from the Alice in Wonderland movies, who she plays the Red Queen, or as Johnny Depp's character in there calls her, Bloody Big Head. But we also have a bunch of other wonderful characters in here, and a wonderful ensemble cast. So without dilly-dallying any longer, we're just gonna go ahead and get into this. Now, the movie starts off with Enola, who is the youngest of the three Holmes siblings, whereas Mycroft is the oldest, and Sherlock is the second oldest. By the way, a bit of a discrepancy that not a lot of people know. Though Mycroft is older than Sherlock, turns out Sam Claflin, he's actually 3 years younger than Henry Cavill, who plays Sherlock in this movie. Didn't know that one, did ya? Well, some of you might have. I'm just having a bit of fun here. Okay, so it starts off with Enola, who is going to fetch her brothers who have been off in London for many years and haven't seen her, don't exactly recognize her. They've pursued their own careers. As you know, Mycroft, he's a government official, and Sherlock, oh, we all know Sherlock, don't we, as a wonderful private detective. However, though we might know him as a partner with Dr. John Watson, and this movie takes place in a bit of the earlier years of his career, as he has not yet had a partner to work with, and that is said and mentioned in the film. So as we go on, when they first meet, or should I say re-meet themselves with Enola, Sherlock, he immediately smiles because he can see a lot of himself in her, as he sees a lot of himself at that age, when he was that age, within her, because she is 16 and he was quite an interesting young man at that age as well. Whereas Mycroft just sees, I'm going to turn off my accent here for a minute. He sees, as a lot of us in Texas would say, a Mustang, a wild, untamed, fiery girl who in his mind he deems unfit for society. Also, I can turn the accent back on now. Excuse me. Also, he wouldn't say it out loud, but he also sees her as a bit of a flaw and a bit of a problem that could wreck his reputation that he's built for himself. So he comes up with a plan. Since the mother is missing, Enola's mother has been missing for quite some time, about a week before the film starts, and since she is gone, Mycroft is the oldest, therefore making Enola his ward. And since he really wants little to nothing to do with her, he has the plan to send her off to a boarding school. Yes, a boarding school, which is run by none other than a Miss Harrison, who is played by the wonderful Irish actress Fiona Shaw. Now, a lot of you, this is a little bit of a fun fact, a lot of you may, I'm not sure how old my viewers may be, but Fiona Shaw was actually in an old movie called 3 Men and a Little Lady, which is actually a sequel to the movie 3 Men and a Baby, which has Tom Selleck, Peter Stutenberg, I believe I'm saying the name right, I'm sorry if I'm not. Let me see here, let me look it up real quick. 3. Oh, yeah, okay, I had it wrong. It's Steve Guttenberg. Pardon my wrongness on that. So we have Tom Selleck, Steve Guttenberg, and the ever funny man from Cheers, Ted Danson. That man is he's always had that chin line. Honestly, that jawline is wonderful. Just kidding. Well, no, I'm not kidding. It is, but you know, don't read into that too much. Anyway. She was in there where Fiona Shaw, she plays a boarding school manager herself. So in a way you could think of it, she's playing the same character here, just a bit more darker and evil. As in a way she is a bit of a co-villain in this movie. So Enola, she's troubled by the fact, not only that the fact that she's being sent away to a boarding school, but also still by the fact that her mother is missing and she knows not where. So she begs that she does not go, that Mycroft and Sherlock do not send her away. And whereas Sherlock would love for her to stay and to be at his right side, unfortunately Mycroft, since he is unfortunately her guardian, it outweighs Sherlock's opinion. And in this movie we see Henry Cavill brings a wonderful performance to Sherlock that I put it up there with Benedict Cumberbatch's and Robert Downey Jr. because honestly they are just some wonderful, phenomenal actors, let me tell you. And this is actually this may be one of the first, if not counting RDJ's performance, where Sherlock shows more emotions, which honestly I like, because that he gives off a big brother role model that a lot of kids can look up to, and I admire that. Henry Cavill, Mr. Cavill, you did great on that, sir. So Enola, still not wanting to go to boarding school and also bent on finding her mother and finding out the disappearance of her, decides to run away before she is sent. As she does, she gets roped into something else entirely, which contains a young lord. To be specific, the young lord Viscount Tewkesbury, who is played by Louis Partridge, and he's a bit of a wild card here, because he was both unexpected and also quite I guess you could call him a bit of a comic relief within this movie. He's really funny in here. The story with him is he is also on the run as well, to get away from the lifestyle that he's been brought up in, sort of royalty and just politics. He doesn't want to get into that. He wants to live a free life and do as he pleases, be his own man, as it were. Whereas, same with Enola, she's also trying to find herself within this movie. also along with finding her mother. So, as she does, as I said, she gets roped into this thing with this young lord who is on the run and who actually has an assassin played by the ever funny Burn Gorman, who a lot of you might remember from the Pacific Rim films, where he plays the British Dr. Herman alongside Charlie Puth's character, which he's quite funny in there. Pacific Rim 3. Hashtag Pacific Rim 3. Comment that down below, because we need a Pacific Rim 3. This time, bring everybody back. Bring back Charlie Hunnam. Bring back, well, I don't know if they can bring back Mako, because apparently she died in the last film, but I honestly believe that there is a way to bring her back, because she could have survived. So, yes, Pacific Rim 3. Comment Pacific Rim 3 down in the comments below, please, friends. Fans, or whatever I have, followers, I'm sorry, I don't believe I have fans yet, I'm not very popular. Okay, so while on the run, Eudora, she goes on this wonderful quest to evade notice by her brothers, who are looking for her now that she has gone missing. And she is a wonderful master of disguise, just like Sherlock. As we have seen both in the BBC series Sherlock and in R.D. Robert Downey Jr.'s performance, we see Sherlock take on many, many disguises, as we have seen. Be it from an old man to an old sailor, even an old lady. Robert, you played a lady in Sherlock Holmes 2, Game of Shadows. And as you said, it's not your best look, but it sufficed for the job at the moment being. So, within this, Enola, as she is trying to look for her mother, she is attacked by Burn Gorman's character, the assassin, and she is also on the run from him now. So, knowing that he is out there, she has to very reluctantly help the young Lord Tewkesbury. As they go along, a bit of a chemistry rolls between them, and it's very interesting to play out. Although I'm sure a lot of fans, as I am, are a bit upset that it couldn't have been Finn Wolfhard's character, that he couldn't have filled in there, because well, I don't need to explain that, do I? That really pretty much explains itself for those of you who know what I'm talking about. So, as I said, as she goes on, she begins to find a bit of herself, knowing that and learning that while you're doing something, it's never wrong to try and help someone else. And excuse me. Honestly, I kind of see a bit of a Batman vs Superman plot here, because like in Batman vs Superman, Batman was, and the Henry Cavill connection with these two films, it is, you see, Bruce in that movie, he was so focused on a quest to take down Superman that he couldn't see past his own anger. And when it eventually came time, he saw that instead of fighting Superman, he needed to help him. And they became great allies until the end of the film. So the same thing here with Enola, where she is already on a mission of her own to find her mother. She also sees that she must first help this young lord. And by the end of the film, excuse me, she does find her mother, or rather, her mother finds her. Although I doubt her mother ever really lost her, because honestly, for those of you who have seen the film, you know that that the mother is obviously where Sherlock gets his brains from, and Enola as well. Mycroft, not so much. No offense, buddy. But no, this movie was loaded with a bunch of wonderful scenes. The chemistry between the characters and the actors was wonderful. The action scenes was something else. There's a scene where Millie and Luis jump from a train. I'm not sure if that was real or not, but that was something. And then to see Millie's stunt work with the different fight scenes and the choreography, that was quite something as well. And the interesting real villain reveal in this movie, which I won't tell because I know this is already a spoiler review, sort of, but I'll leave some things for those of you who haven't seen it to watch yourself. Excuse me. But by the end of it, Sherlock and Mycroft are well aware of her career now. Mycroft, he hands over Enola's wardship to Sherlock, which obviously he couldn't be any more happy about, as Mycroft has washed his hands, as it were, with Enola. And by the end, at the actual end of it, Enola has, well, she has in a way said goodbye to Tewkesbury, but in a way she also hasn't. She's saying, "You're not rid of me yet." So there's that, and now she is a detective and a finder of lost souls. So the movie in itself is something really, really amazing, but this is also another part of me that a lot of you don't know about. I am a stickler for sequels. As I mentioned earlier, I wish Fantastic Four of 2015 received a sequel, but it didn't. Well, should Enola Holmes have a sequel? Well, the cast seem pretty jazzed about it. Millie has said herself that she would love to return to the titular role, with her statement to the 17 tabloid saying, "Yeah, there's more story to be told. The story isn't over yet. She isn't grown up. There's no conclusion. I think she'll forever be someone who is always evolving, but there's definitely more to be shown on screen." And she loved working with the director, Harry. She says, "I loved working together with him, so this has to happen. Harry, we've got to send an email." So, honestly, I'd love to see an Enola Holmes 2. For those of you who would as well, comment in the comment section down below, and also just vote on the poll right here. Because honestly, who wouldn't love to see Millie Bobby Brown, Henry Cavill, and yes, Sam Claflin, he was a good actor for Mycroft even, and also even Louise Partridge return in a sequel, Enola Holmes 2. Because there are multiple books, so honestly, this could be a new franchise for Millie and Cavill. You never know. And while Cavill is awaiting to return to the Man of Steel role, Superman, you never know. This could be another way for him to spend the time. Other than he's already in The Witcher, so who knows? This could be another one. Excuse me. But yes, I really did enjoy this film, and I give it a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 5 stars. Two, as Hades would say, 2 thumbs way up. And yes, Enola Holmes 2, I think it should happen. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and also that you weren't too annoyed by my British accent, or an attempt to. I've used it a lot, but I mean, you've probably seen it in another video of mine where I did a Hobbs and Shaw reaction trailer where I portrayed Eddie, another version of myself. Well, can't help but have some fun there, can I? So I hope you guys enjoyed the film. I hope you enjoy the film for those of you who haven't seen it yet, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, like, share, and subscribe, and hopefully I'll be doing another one of these soon. Because I already filmed one review, but this one will probably go up first. But yeah, we'll see. So until next time, this is Ninja Ribs here, and in my regular voice, I'm gonna just say, Ninja Boy out. See you guys later.